Welcome you all to today's lesson, and we continue with functions. To be specific, we'll be talking about the inverse function and the composite functions. These are the two things that we'll be talking about. And let me do this. Let's say you're given a function. Let's say f of x. You're given a function f of x, which is equal to 3x minus 2 over 4. And you're given something like g of x is equal to x minus 2. This is what you are given. So these are the two functions which we are given. We are given the f function, f of x, and the g function, which is g of x. So how do we find the inverse function? So what I'm going to start with, I'll say, what if you are taught to find f inverse of x? How can you answer this one? You are taught to find that. That's the part that which you are taught to find. How can you answer that one? How can you go about this? So what you need to do for you to answer this question, you need to ask yourself, where is this function, the function of what, f, coming from? Where is this function coming from? So f is coming from this one. You cannot get that one because here there is f. So you get that one where you say f of x is equal to what? 3x minus 2 over what? Over 4. This is what you are going to do. Then where there is f of x, here you put y. So you say y is equal to 3x minus 2 over what? Over 4. This is what you are going to do. When you reach here, you need to make x the subject of the formula. So we always make x the subject of the formula. So how do you do that? You put 1 here, then you cross multiply. You say 4 times y, that is 4y, which is equal to 1 times everything there is 3x minus 2. This is what you are going to have. You know that you are making x the subject of the formula. So these 2 will come this other side. You are going to have 4y. So in this one crosses the equal sign, it becomes positive 2, which is equal to 3x. This is what we are having. Then now you divide both sides by 3. You also divide both sides by 3. So that we just have the x there. So when you divide both sides by 3, what are you going to have? You are going to have x, which is equal to 4y plus 2 over what? Over 3. This is what you are going to have. So we've made x the subject of the formula. So once you make x the subject of the formula, then you just conclude and say, therefore, f inverse of x now is equal to what? This is now equal to, you get this one, 4. But where there is y there, you've put x. So you're going to put what? X there. 4x plus 2 over what? Over 3. This is how you need to answer that one. So we've answered that. So that is what? That is f inverse of x. That's how you need to answer it. So make sure that you understand this part correctly. You know how to go about that one. Then what if you are told now to find, have you seen the way I solved this? So what if you are told to find this? Same question, but you are told to find f inverse of 2. You are told to find that. What can you do if you want to find that one? That's what you want to find. What can you do for you to find that one? So what you need to do for you to find this, you need to ask yourself, do you have the original function which is having a negative? The answer is yes, you've solved that one. But if you did not solve, then you need now to find the inverse of that. The same way I started until I reach this final stage, then you continue from here. But in this case, this function is already given. We already have this function. So I just need to say f inverse of x is equal to 4x plus 2 over what? Over 3. This is what I'm going to do. Where I'm going to continue and say f now inverse of what? Where there is x there, I'm going to put what? I'm going to put a 2. So like this, it has come now. Have you seen? The same way it was, then it has come here. Where there is x there, I put 2. So this is 4 times 2 plus 2, which is equal to what? Which is equal to 3, over 3. Then I say f inverse of 2 is equal to what? Is equal to what is 4 times 2? 8 plus 2, 10. So 10 over what? Over 3. This is what? This is your answer. So this is how you need to solve that. These are the procedures that you need to do for you to answer such a question. So the same way I've solved this, that's the same way that you also need to be solving questions. So I've told you how to find the inverse, and if you are told to find that one, these are procedures that you need to do. These are steps that you need to put into consideration. So make sure you follow all these steps. Make sure you follow everything that I'm doing here. You understand them clearly. So now let us move to the other one here. So I wrote two functions here. So I wrote two functions. What this one and this is a g here. It is like this. So what if now you are told to find these are the question. The first question, you are told to find g inverse of x. This is what you are told. Then secondly, you are told to find g inverse of 5, like this. So I want you to pause this video, then answer these two questions. Even as we are revising, I want you to pause this video, then answer these questions. Pause this video, answer these questions which are here. Answer them, then see the answer that you are going to get. Okay, so let us now answer this. Hope you've seen your answers. So let us now confirm with the answers that I'm solving here. So you say this is the function which you are told to find, g inverse of x. You ask yourself, where is the parental? Where is this coming from? You cannot get f. There is no f here. So you get its roots, where it is coming from, g there. So you say it is g of x is equal to what? X minus 2, like that. That's how you need to do it. From there now, here where there is g of x, you put y, where you say y is equal to x minus 2. When you reach here, what are you doing? You are making x the subject of the formula. Hope we know how to make subject of the formulas. You are making x the subject of the formula. How do you make x subject to the formula? This one will go to the other side. So what are you going to have? You're going to have y plus 2 is equal to what? X. When it crosses, then the sign is going to change. So you've made x the subject to the formula. X is equal to y plus 2. Which means that you can now conclude, therefore, g inverse of x is equal to what? Now, where there is y there, when you reach at this stage now, the final stage, where there is y, that's where you put x. You say x plus 2, like this. So this is your what? This is your answer, which is the g inverse of x. Hope this is the same answer that you got. You found this answer. So hope this is the answer that you found. We move to this one here, g inverse. Are we going to use the function which is here? The answer is no. We cannot use that because there is no inverse there. So which function has got the inverse? This is the function which is here. This is the function which is here. In other words, if you were not given this one, for you to answer this question, you need to find this one here. So which means you need to start from the first steps which I was doing. So you say G inverse of x is equal to what? X plus 2. Then where there is x, you put 5. So G inverse of x is equal to, where there is x, you put 5. Even here, you put 5. Just come back to what you want to find, like that. Then you say this is equal to 5 plus 2. Then you say G inverse of 5 is equal to 7. So this is your answer. This is how you need to answer it. These are procedures that you need to follow. So I believe we are all able to understand up to this stage. We are all able to get the concept. So I want everyone to get what I'm doing. I want everyone to see the procedures that I'm doing. These are the procedures that you need to be doing. I'm making this very simple. So on the inverse part, this is all that you need to know. This is all that you need to understand. So a question can just come like this. You are told just to find this one. For you to find this one, you need to follow all these steps. You reach here, then you continue from here. You cannot go direct. That one cannot happen. So you can't go direct. I want you to follow these procedures that I'm doing here. Let us now go to the composite part. So we go to the composite part. I'll be using the same functions in the question. I'll be using these functions here. So I'll be using these same functions which are here. I'll be using them. So now, what if you are given a question? Under this, a question comes where you are told, this is a question, find A. You are told to find, what are you told to find? You are told to find f g of x. Then B, you are told to find f g of 2. These are the questions which you are told to find. So you'll be given something like, given that f of x is equal to this, and g of x is equal to that. The first question, you are told to find f of g. The second question, you are told to find f of g of x of 2. These are the two questions which you are given. These are the two questions which you want to answer. How can you answer this? These are composite functions. So we are now starting composite functions. So these are composite functions. How do you go about this? F g of x. Start with what is given first. It is what? F. So you say f of x is equal to what? Is equal to 3x minus 2 over what? Over 4. This is what you are given. That is the function what? That is the function f. Then they want you to combine it with what? G. So this is G. Where is G? G of x is what? X minus 2. So G of x is just x minus 2. So meaning that fg of x means that here where there is x, just this part. So if I was to remove that, I would say 3. That part is removed. Then I've got minus 2. Then I will say over. Over what? Over 4. Then this part here where there is x, that's where I'm going to put that one, x minus 2. So I'll say open bracket x minus 2. Then I do cross like this. This is where there is just x there. That's where you put the other function. That's where you're going to put the other function. So these are procedures that you need to do. These are steps that you need to get and understand. Make sure you understand this. You get all the concepts that you need to get. So here now, you proceed and say, this is now equal to what? You say fg of x is equal to what? Fg of x is equal to what? 3 times x, this is 3x. 3 times 2, negative 6 minus 2 over what? Over 4. This is what you are going to have. Then finally, you just say fg of x is equal to what? 3x. Then negative 6 minus 2. What are you getting? Negative 8. Over what? Over 4. This is your answer. That's how we need to answer that. So this is your what? This is your answer. That's how you need to work out all these calculations that I've just done, presented before you. So these are the calculations that you need to do. This is the work that you need to understand. So let's make sure we follow all these. Let's make sure we understand how to work out these. I move to this question here. This is the next question that I'm having. Fg of 2. Fg of 2. How can you go about this one? How can you go about this one? So how can you answer this one? Very simple. It's very simple. What you are going to do is this. This is fg of 2. So you ask yourself, where is the function fg of x? Where you are going to put a 2 now. Where is that function? The function is down here. You've just solved. Where is the answer? The answer is here. This is where the answer is. So you get this one. You put it there. So this is what you are going to say. This is what? 3x minus 8 over 4. Then you say fg of, where there is x now you put a 2, which is equal to 3 times 2 minus what? 8 over what? Over 4. Where there is x, that's where you just need to put a 2. Then you say fg of 2 is equal to 2 times 6, 3 times 2, 6. So 6 minus 8 over 4. These are procedures that we need to do. Then you just conclude and say fg of 2 is equal to, what is 6 minus 8? Negative 2 over what? Over 4. Then you know that you can further factorize, you can further simplify this. You can further simplify this, where you are going to say that fg of 2 is equal to 2 there, it is 1. So negative 1 over 2 into 4, it's 2. Negative 1 over 2. This is your answer. Negative 1 over 2. So this is our answer. Negative 1 over 2. That's how you need to answer this one. These are the procedures you need to put into consideration whenever you are answering this. So make sure you understand all these steps that I'm doing. Make sure you understand all the work which I'm doing. So this is a self-exercise. You are training yourself. You are knowing the mistakes which you are making. Like this exercise that I'm going to give you. So these are self-exercises. You are testing yourself. You are a teacher on your own. So I'm going to give you an exercise. So you answer it, then you confirm the answers yourself. So this is a self-exercise. So this is the self-exercise. Self-exercise. So this is a self-exercise. This is a self-exercise. So g of x is equal to, so g of x is equal to, let's say g of x is equal to, so g of x, so I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to change this part here. I'm going to change a bit. I'm going to say 4x minus 1. So I've changed the bit. This is how I've changed this question. This is how I've changed it. This is how I've changed it. So then question A, I want you to find g f of x. B, I want you to find g f of negative 1. This is the question which I want you to answer. This is the question which I want you to practice. So let's practice through this question. Let us see the mistakes that we are making. Pause the video, answer it, then later on confirm with this. Confirm with the answer that you are going to get. This is the self-exercise. You answer, then you mark yourself with the answers that you are going to find. So I'm going to solve this, then you confirm with the answers that I'm going to find. So how do you go about this one? You ask yourself, where is G? Hope these are the answers you found. G of x is equal to, you start with the G which is given. So it is 4x minus 1. You do this. The next procedure, you say fg now, you put x, which is equal to. Where there is x here, that's where you're going to put this function g. So 4x is what? 3x minus 2 over 4. You do this, then minus 1. The minus 1 here, it is there. So where you say fg of x is equal to, so this is equal to, the 4 and the 4 will cancel out. You are going to remain with 3x minus 2 minus 1. This is what you are going to remain with. Hope this is the answer you found. This is the work that you need to do. So fg over x is equal to, so is equal to what? This is equal to what? You say this is 3x minus what? Minus 3. So this is your what? This is your answer. That's how you need to solve that one. That's how you need to work out that one. Have you seen? So these are simple stuffs that I want you to follow. These are simple stuffs that I want you to practice. Hope you found this answer. If you found this answer well and good, you are learning and advancing. Your exams just after 3 days. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you write. So hope these are the answers you found. Then we move to the next one. This is what? GF of negative 1. You ask yourself, where is g f of x? Where is this function? Where is this function? It is here. We solved it. It is there. So it is what? 3x minus 3. Then g, this is equal to, where there is x, you put negative 1. So even here, you put negative 1. So 3 times negative 1 minus 3. This is what you're going to do. Then you say gf of negative 1 is equal to negative 3. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Minus what? 3. What answer are you getting? What answer are you getting? Gf of negative 1 is equal to negative 6. These are the answers that you need to do. This is how you need to answer the work. So these are procedures that you need to do. Make sure you understand everything that I've done. This is functions under inverse and composite functions. This is where we are going to end from. I believe from the exercise that we've done, you are able to test yourself if you've really understood this or not. If you haven't understood this, you can watch through this. You understand it better. Make sure you understand it better. You are able to practice through questions on your own. Thank you so much. This is where we are going to end from.